3 years ago, mysterious apex predators known as reapers emerged from underground sinkholes, decimating most of humanity. Survivors now live in isolated communities, safe only if they remain elevated at or above 8,000 feet, where the creatures cannot reach. One such community is Lost Gulch Refuge, nestled in the Colorado Front Range. Will, a single father, lives there with his son Hunter, who suffers from a lung disease, and this makes Will to always keep his eyes on him whenever there is crisis in order to help fix Hunter's filter. Will is haunted by the loss of his wife, Tara, who was killed during an expedition with Nina, a former scientist, to find the Reaper's weakness. As months of isolation drag on, Hunter grows increasingly frustrated, especially as neighboring communities shut down their radios to conserve power and use flags to communicate instead. He inquires from his dad, Will, why electricity is being managed, and Will informs him that, at least it's preserved to power filter machine used managing Hunter's filter machine. When Will realizes that he is running low on the oxygen filters needed for Hunter, he faces a difficult decision: venture down to the ground and search for more. Nina warns him against this perilous journey, but Will persuades her to join him, believing that her old laboratory may still hold the key to stopping the Reapers. Along with Katie, whom Nina never wanted in that journey, and she tried to discourage her, but Katie remained adamant. The trio set out on the Elba Fire Road, which leads them past a mine beneath the safety line. Nina has developed a device that detects the Reaper's bioelectromagnetic pulses, offering them a small chance of survival. They scavenge for supplies, including a grenade launcher. It did not take long before Nina and Katie engage in an argument, and Nina's ego overrides her and will have to separate a fight between the two ladies. Few minutes later, the team arrive at a former ski resort, are able to discover the nearness of the Reapers. They are nearly caught by a Reaper, but Will manages to activate the ski lift, and the group escapes, narrowly crossing the safety line. At the lodge, Nina reveals a chilling fact about the Reapers: they don't need to eat or rest, they simply kill humans non-stop, suggesting they may not even be biological. The next day, they arrive at an old mining tunnel. Will knows well from his days as a miner. However, the tunnel's lower levels are beneath the safety line, and Nina's compass won't work there. Despite this, they proceed into the mine, where the entrance to the upper levels has been welded shut. Soon, a Reaper attacks, initially unable to detect their presence when the trio are cornered, but as they try to run out through an opening, Katie is killed by the Reaper tendrils. Will and Nina manage to escape and return to the surface, and both mourn Katie's death. But their journey is far from over. Nina believes that the Reaper's impenetrable scales may be linked to magnetic defense mechanisms. If she can craft a bullet laced with magnesium, she theorizes, it could penetrate their armor and cause an internal explosion. They head to Boulder, where they scavenge for oxygen filters in an abandoned hospital. But when a Reaper attacks, Will stalls it by shooting gas canisters, buying them enough time to escape. As they move away from the location, we see the bombarded Reaper at the hospital, rising again. Will wants to return to Hunter, but Nina convinces him to stay and help her. Together, they head to her former lab at the US Department of Energy, where Nina begins working on the bullet. Along the way, Will learns that Nina once had a family, who were killed by the Reapers. As Nina continues her work, and her thesis still remains unsuccessful, she urges Will to return to his son. Nina makes up her mind to remain at the lab until she gets her research right. After Will left, Nina successfully kills a Reaper that breaks into her lab, using a cobalt-laced bullet that causes the creature to explode on impact. While driving back, Will's truck crashes after his tires are punctured, forcing him to run toward the safety line with Reapers on his tail. He tries to slow them down by continually shooting at the one closest to him until his bullet finished. Will painfully accepts his fate, but as the Reapers close in, Nina arrives just in time, firing cobalt-coated bullets that destroy the Reapers. They finally confirm that the creatures are not biological, they are advanced machines, validating Nina's theory. Back at Lost Gulch, Will is reunited with Hunter. Nina raises a pirate flag to signal other communities in the Rocky Mountains that a Reaper has been killed. The survivors re-establish radio contact, preparing to fight back by arming themselves with cobalt-coated bullets, and the hope of humanity's resistance is reignited. This is where the movie ends. Please kindly subscribe to this channel, click the like button and smash the notification bell to enjoy more of this. Thanks for watching.